We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Cook again. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
49ers nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Newton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Uncorks one for Davis. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
But he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
2nd and 20 at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is...
They'll try the middle with Cook. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum and were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
On first down, here's Love. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown. 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
The score, Niners 7, Ravens 6. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 3rd down and very long. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Running for it. Here's Cook. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The motion man is Tate. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The man in motion is Tate. Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Touchdown 49ers. From 17 yards out. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. Mendoza. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going deep this time for Miller. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Mendoza. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. James Cook, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Darnold. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Anderson to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that kick.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 24, Ravens 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard. But
there he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. James Cook with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
Ravens 22.
Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And the 49er hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Darnold. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. Going to give it to Love. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the 49ers are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Niners 31, Ravens 22. Jason Players set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. His way forward. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure.
James Cook, 74 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly. Right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in two-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's Love again.
Brought down at the 20.
Another carry for the running back. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
To throw is Darnold.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 4th down, Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Getting the ball is Cook running left.
Now he's loose again. He's on his way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
James Cook,
78 yards.
and the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
49ers 31.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown down. And they'll move it up to the 40.
looking to put a drive together. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Darnold to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Yo, lady. Yo, lady. Yo, lady.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Now Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Darnold. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the